Hello, and welcome to our lesson on domestic and global logistics. This segment will cover Incoterms. In the fast-paced realm of international trade, clarity and standardization are essential, and that's precisely where Incoterms come in. Short for International Commercial Terms, Incoterms are globally recognized trade definitions that specify the roles of buyers and sellers in the transportation of goods. The latest update, Incoterms 2023, reflects changes in trade practices, and will delve into their significance, explore the updates, and discuss their impact on global trade. Updated approximately every decade to stay current, Incoterms, though not legally binding, can be voluntarily integrated into contracts. Amid the ever-changing landscape of global commerce, Incoterms 2023 offer a crucial framework for businesses to navigate intricate trade scenarios, fostering efficiency and harmony in international transactions. Incoterms are internationally recognized trade terms that clarify the distribution of costs, risks, and responsibilities between buyers and sellers during the transportation of goods. They enhance communication and prevent misunderstandings by specifying tasks like transportation, insurance, customs clearance, and delivery. Incoterms are vital in international trade, providing a universal framework transcending language and legal systems. Understanding their core principles is simplified through an Incoterms chart, which categorizes terms into departure and arrival groups based on when risk transfers from seller to buyer, with specific terms detailing responsibilities at different transaction stages. In air freight, choosing the right Incoterms is crucial for the success of international trade. Understanding the implications of each term and aligning them with shipment needs ensures smooth operations and minimizes risks. Similarly, sea freight relies on Incoterms to streamline operations, clarify cost and risk divisions, and prevent conflicts between trading partners. Selection depends on factors like risk allocation, cost distribution, and the point of responsibility transfer. In any international trade transaction, two primary parties are involved. Seller. Typically, this is the manufacturer, trade companies, or wholesaler supplying the goods for sale. Buyer. This is the entity purchasing the goods and who will receive them upon final delivery. Let us explore the changes from 2010 Incoterms to 2020 Incoterms. Notable differences between 2020 and 2010 Incoterms include the introduction of DPU, delivered at place unloaded, replacing DAT and providing more delivery flexibility. The 2020 update explicitly states the seller's responsibility for insurance coverage in CIP and CIF, a detail not specified in the 2010 version. Additionally, the 2020 Incoterms address heightened security concerns by incorporating more detailed security-related obligations. Furthermore, FCA can now be used with a bill of lading in 2020, a flexibility not present in the 2010 Incoterms, where FCA was typically associated with multimodal transport. Key international trade documentation and roles include bill of lading, a detailed shipping receipt listing goods, signed by the carrier and sent to the recipient. Carrier, responsible for transporting goods via various means, such as ship, rail, or truck. Freight forwarder, a contracted firm for shipping arrangements. Clear for export, obtaining permission to export goods. Terminal, the shipment's final destination, like a dock or warehouse. Understanding these terms is vital for navigating international transactions successfully. DAP, delivered at place, is a widely used Incoterm in international trade. DAP Incoterms define clear obligations for both the seller and buyer, minimizing potential misunderstandings. Seller's responsibilities: provide goods, commercial invoice, and documentation, handle export packaging, marking, and licenses, manage customs formalities, arrange pre-carriage and delivery, cover loading charges, pre-shipment inspection costs, and main carriage, deliver to the specified destination, and provide proof of delivery. Buyer's responsibilities: make payments according to the sales contract, unload goods from the arriving transportation, handle import formalities and duties, cover import clearance, pre-shipment inspection costs, and manage onward carriage and delivery to the buyer based on the specified destination. Benefits of DAP: provides clarity on accountability for additional shipping costs, offers a low liability option for buyers, assists with cash flow and inventory management, especially for expensive goods, facilitates quicker fulfillment of smaller orders. Risks of DAP: potential delays due to buyer handling import duties, taxes, and customs clearance. The seller bears additional costs during shipping. Disputes may arise, such as demurrage charges incurred by the carrier. Understanding DAP Incoterms is essential for effective supply chain management, risk reduction, and smooth international transactions. Consider your specific circumstances and requirements when choosing DAP or any other Incoterm for your business. Issues can arise with changes in transport mode. For example, if a shipment is delivered by air and needs import clearance at the destination, the buyer must handle these formalities while the goods wait at the airport. The seller's carrier requires paperwork to move the cargo from the airport to the final destination. Similarly, in cross-ocean container shipments, the seller must return the empty container at their own cost. If goods are damaged or lost before reaching the final destination, the seller may breach the contract, and the buyer could incur additional costs and risks during customs control, common in DAP shipments. Using a quality sourcing agency like Sphere Resources can help businesses handle these challenges efficiently. The widely recognized Ex Works or EXW Incoterms places most responsibilities on the buyer, minimizing the obligations of the seller in international trade. Ex Works, EXW, is a straightforward shipment arrangement where the seller prepares the item for pickup at their factory or depot. Once the product is made available and adequately packaged, the seller has no further responsibility. The buyer takes charge of all costs related to transportation, export and import clearances, and insurance. Loading the goods onto the transportation is optional for the seller and, if chosen, is done at the buyer's risk. Seller's responsibilities: the seller's obligations are minimal under EXW. Their main task is to ensure that the cargo is properly packaged for export and made available for collection at their location. Buyer's responsibilities: the buyer assumes all risks and costs once the goods are collected from the seller. These responsibilities include loading charges, delivery to port, export duty, taxes, customs clearance, terminal charges, loading on carriage, carriage charges, insurance, destination terminal charges, delivery to destination, unloading at destination, import duty, taxes, and customs clearance. Benefits of EXW: enables buyers to consolidate purchases and maintain supplier anonymity. Generally, the most cost-effective option for domestic market purchases. Risks of EXW: buyer assumes all risks and costs. Requires a trusted representative in the supplier's country. Using a sourcing company can help manage complexities and mitigate risks. Example of Ex Works: for a shipment from Fujian, China, to Australia under EXW terms, sea freight costs were $98, but miscellaneous fees totaled $300. Most costs were for overland freight and document-related fees. The total freight cost was approximately $631, emphasizing the importance of considering all potential expenses in international shipments. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall continue discussing Incoterms. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening, and see you on our next segment.